Today is the feast of the Epiphany. The word epiphany describes a sudden, intuitive perception of, or an insight into, the reality or essential meaning of something, usually initiated by some occurrence or experience. According to dictionary.com, those aren't my words. It is the point where most people get it. It is the aha moment. It is described in the gospel when the Magi, or the three kings, came to see Jesus and to present him with the gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Their eyes and their minds were opened at the sight. They understood what they did not know before. They understood who and what Jesus was. Think of some of the epiphanies in Europe that have happened throughout history. Lot had a big one when Sodom and Gomorrah exploded behind him. I bet his faith was strengthened. Noah had one when the flood came. David had one after his affair with Bathsheba. And the Apostle Paul had one when he was visited by Jesus on his way to Damascus. Joseph was visited by an angel in his dreams. But Mary's epiphany must have been one of the greatest of all. For one moment, she was just a peasant girl, although without sin and living with her parents. She was betrothed to Joseph, but that was a common practice in those days. When out of the blue, the angel Gabriel appeared with a message from God that she, Mary, is to become the mother of Jesus, the mother of God. What an epiphany. Her life was changed forever. Many of us have had epiphanies in our lives. We've had a life-changing event. We've come to realize that what we are doing in this church is more important than anything that's going on outside it. We now acknowledge that God and family are more important than anything else in the world. That everything else is secondary, no matter what it is. It is more important than any sports team, which should be starting any minute now. Music or work that there is. But when should we expect an epiphany? To be honest, you probably won't be visited by an angel. But rest assured, the Holy Spirit will give you an epiphany in your life when you least expect it. Then you, like the Magi, may even have to take another route home.